Okay. This is kind of a tag team approach with the Governor and Dr. Chan. Governor, we've spoken about this before. The Restrictive Housing Act is in both the House and the Senate. Senators Kiara Mock authored in the Senate. It would end the use of long-term solitary confinement in Rhode Island, a practice that the United Nations has deemed cruel, inhumane, and torture. Have you had the opportunity to visit specifically the high side facility, not the rest of the facility, but the high side facility, and where do you stand on this legislation?
So I haven't got to the corrections office yet, the facilities. I was at the Rhode Island Training School last week, and we'll follow up there. And I really don't have an opinion at this point. I'm going to look into it. I can tell you that there's many things that we're working with on right now. I don't know whether that bill gets to my desk. I'll be concerned about it if it does at this point in time. But I think that we are very interested in the rehabilitation of people who are serving time for offenses made, and we're going to continue to keep an eye on that. But I can't really tell you where I stand on that one, to tell you the truth.
Just as a follow-on, Ed, Dr. Chan, long-term solitary confinement causes severe harm to mental health, anxiety, excessive ruminations, anger, increases violence in prison, and severely dampens one's health prospect. We've seen over the last year or so that the health department, when they want to, can be quite the activist organization. Why has the health department sat idly by while this practice has been allowed to continue in Rhode Island for years, in some cases resulting in years of solitary confinement for people who were originally incarcerated for nonviolent crimes?
Yeah, it's a good question, and we are obviously very concerned with folks in the correctional setting. I want to say, at least during the pandemic, we've been working hand in hand. Dr. Justin Burke, the medical director over at the ACI. So, as the governor mentioned, this is an issue that we'll be looking closely at and discussing.
Well, can we expect during this legislative session that the health department will either endorse the Restrictive Housing Act and actually start to perform or fulfill its statutory duty and go to solitary confinement and see what type of conditions they're being put to in a state of Rhode Island facility?
Well, we obviously care about the conditions at the prison, so we'll take a close look at it, and we'll get back to it.
Thank you.